Hey, this is Dr. Amanda with StraightSmile Solutions, StraightSmileSolutions.com, and today I want to go over another one of these questions that I get all the time. If I had to come up with like top 10 questions I get when I talk to doctors or labs or anyone, the question is, which aligner trim line is the best? And so I'm going to go over it once again. I haven't directly made a video just like this, but it's been alluded to in many different videos. So on the left, we've got regular straight line trim. Okay, obviously ClearCorrect is one major one that does it. What else? Many other independent labs do it. Some of the white label manufacturing partners do it. Definitely some of the more, how do I say this diplomatically? Consumer facing companies. I'm just going to say that because I'm not allowed to say acronyms. So do that. What's the reason for that? It's easy. You don't have to have a fancy, expensive trimmer to do it. Anyone can do it. You can have anyone in a third world country with some scissors cutting it out. Or it's easy because you don't have to have a fancy trimmer. It's just a quick heat knife. Boop, pop it out. Lastly, the other benefit in terms of treatment outcomes is that you don't have to use attachments in many circumstances because it gets its retention from grabbing onto the gums, not just the teeth. So companies that want to have less or no in-person visits are going to use straight trim line. Nothing wrong with it. A lot of things I like about it. I like it for phase 1 cases. I think it's fantastic. It was my personal tray of choice when I do phase 1 cases. That way I don't have to put attachments on little kids. What a pain. Who wants to do that? Not me. You know, parents don't want to do that either. So that is my trim line of choice for phase 1 cases. It's also my trim line of choice for cases that aren't periodontal patients, patients that maybe have a higher smile line and are concerned about aesthetics of attachments. Definitely an option. Nothing wrong with it. Better to use a more rigid material like Zendura A and some other ones, but in any case. Okay, next one. Well, let's go to the right. Okay, we did straight. Let's do full scallop. So obviously we all know what company is this. I'm not allowed to mention it because I'll get a letter from some attorneys if I do. So you know who I'm talking about. So anyways, this is their very full scallop trim line. It's very beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it, and it's actually very complicated to do. It's probably the most expensive. But the bad part about it is that you have to do a ton of attachments for retention. So even in pedo cases. But, you know, it's very nice. It's complicated. It's comfortable. It's very good for the gums. I mean, because you can always brush your gums. There's nothing going over the gums or anything like that. So in terms of like self-cleanliness and like hygiene, it's definitely best. So I'll give you that, the full scalloped. But I believe there is a company that has the patent on that. So other people can't do this trim line at the moment, nor do they really want to anyways. So that leaves us with semi-scalloped, which is what everything else in between. So most of the new companies that you've seen emerge post 2017 are all pretty much semi-scalloped because they realize they can have the best of both worlds, you know, with the semi-scalloped. So semi-scalloped is still going to be scalloped, but it's not going to be below the gum line. It's going to be maybe a millimeter above the gum line. So you get aesthetics, you know, you don't have to have so many attachments. It still looks pretty like sleek and snazzy, and you don't have all those discomfort issues with fit that can come from this one over here. So anyways, that's pretty much it. So, you know, I think they're all got their place. There's no one. I mean, obviously, if you're creating a company, you probably would want to go with this because you really can't go with this. And I don't know, unless I was just a phase 1 only or a direct, can't say that, consumer facing company, I would probably go with that. But if I wasn't and I was going to be working with actual doctors in actual visits, you know, et cetera, then this is, and, you know, I had a real manufacturing partner that was professional. This is who I would go with. But if you're going to, you can't do this in-house. You're going to have some pretty expensive equipment in order to do this. So most of the stuff you see in-house is going to be, or small ventures is going to be over here. Anyways, all right. Thanks so much.